Hello, everyone. Today we'll be focusing on the addition and subtraction of fraction. So the idea here is that we may be able to move forward in terms of understanding our fractions. So we're going to use three different methods. First one is the algorithm method, then we're going to use the diagram, and we're going to use the number line. So let's start with the algorithm method. So algorithm method is you look at what I have there, addition of fraction by making denominators the same. So if you look at what I have here, I have 3/4 plus 1/3. So in this case, what's going to happen here is for me to be able to make the denominators the same. So the first part is this part. I'm going to multiply this one by 4/4, which is the same as 1. And then I multiply this side by 3/3. So you will understand from this concept that multiplying by 1 does not change the fraction or the equation or the statement. So I just multiply both sides by 1, but what I did, the 3, which is the denominator of this side, is the one that went that side, okay? And then the 4, which is the numerator of this side, is the one that went that side. So you will see from what I have there that 3 multiplied by 3, I'm going to get a 9, right? And then 3 multiplied by 4, I'm going to get a 12. Then I still have my addition in the middle. And then 1 multiplied by 4, I get a 4. And then 3 multiplied by 4, I get a 12. And then you know now that if the denominators are the same, you are allowed to add the numerators. So 9 plus 4 will be 13. So it's 13 12s. Okay. Then we're going to convert this to a mixed fraction, because now it's an improper fraction. So 12 into 13, it goes once, and then you have a remainder of 1 12ths. And this becomes my answer. Okay. And that's your way of making the denominators the same. Okay. Which is very much simpler in terms of how it looks. Okay. Then by means of cross multiplication, it's another method. Cross multiplication, here I'm going to multiply the 4 and the 1, the 3 and the 3. So 3 times 3, I get a 9. Okay. And then plus. And then 4 times 1, I get a 4. Okay. Then all over. Then I multiply the 4 and the 3, I get a 12. Okay. And then this then becomes what you can see here as what? 9 plus 4, I'm going to get 13 12ths, okay? Which is the same as 1 whole number, 1 12th. Okay. So this becomes simpler in terms of understanding. Remember, we started by saying 3 times 3 here, and we got this 3 times 3 here. And then we say 4 times 1, which is this one here. And then we said 4 times 3, which is this one here at the bottom here. And then the rest is history. Okay. And then by means of first finding the LCD. So with the LCD is lowest common denominator. So what we work on here is the multiple. So for example, you know that I've got 4 multiples of 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, for example there. And then the multiples of 3 is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. So what we do here, we check the number that is the same, first same. So the first same here is 12. 12 are the lowest number that are common on both of them. So we're going to write a 12 here. Okay. And thereafter, getting the 12 there, 4 into 12, we're going to get a 3, right? And 3 multiplied by 3, it's 9. Plus 3 into 12, it's 4. 4 times 1, it's 4. Okay. Then I've got now 9 plus 4, which is 13 twelfths. Okay. And then I ask myself, how many times does 12 go into 13? It goes 1, and then I'm left with 1 twelfths. And that's what makes it simpler and straightforward there. Okay. And then let's proceed. Okay. Now I have this particular aspect. If you look at this, you can see the same way that I did there and how I got there. Okay. The answer there. Okay. Which is just the digital part. Okay. Now let's move on to addition of fraction with different denominators using the diagram method. Okay. So with the diagram method, it becomes simpler. So for example, I've got 3/3 plus 1/3. Sorry, 3/4 or 3/4 plus 1/3. So you're gonna have a 4 which is going down, and then a 3 blocks going to the right. So what am I having here? I have this. Okay. So if you look what I said there, I said I have 4 blocks going down. So 4 is like that. These are 4 blocks going down. So it means 4 rows, right? Okay. And then this is the column now. We're going to have 3 columns. Okay. So 3 columns. Okay. Then plus, you're going to have exactly the same thing there, which is what? Exactly the same diagram block. They must be the same size, right? So if you look at that, I have 12 there as well. Okay. Then this is equals to now, I'm going to have my answer. Okay. Like I said, they must be exactly the same size. Okay. So what you see there is the fact that they are the same size. Okay. And same, remember the rules of fractions that the blocks must be the same size and the part of the whole must be the same. So here I said 4 rows, right? So there's 3 rows out of 4 rows. So because there's 4 rows, I'm gonna only color only 3 because there was 3 there that needs to be colored. Okay. Then out of these 3 rows that we have here, then we go to the next one. I said there's 3 columns. We're only going to color 1 column. So 1 column is this one here, which is the first one. Okay. Then we count the number of blocks combined because we are adding. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So which means here I have 12. I'm going to color everything. Everything here is going to be colored there. Okay. And then after coloring everything, I still need 1. So that 1 needs its own, right? Because the whole must be the same. You can't just have 1. Okay. And then you will see from there that in this one, because there were 13, we already have 12. We're only going to color the first block there. Okay. So if you look at what am I having here as the answer, this one is a whole, which is 1. And this one is 1 block out of 12 blocks or 1/12. Okay. And this one is 3, as you can see there, out of how many? 12. Plus, and here I've got 9 out of 12. And this gives us the answer, as you can see there. Okay. And that's the use of a block diagram. Okay. Which is similar to what you can see there in terms of me talking about the rows and the columns. Okay. And then lastly here, let's talk about the number line method. So I've got the same one here, 3/4 plus 1/3. Okay. So with 3/4 plus 1/3 there, the first part is I need to have a number line. So the number line is there. And in this number line, I'm going to have 0 and 1. Okay. And then I must divide this by 4 because here we have 4. Okay. So this is 4. So this is going to be 1 over 1/4 of a quarter, and then 2/4, as you can see there. And then I've got 3/4 or 3/4. Then I've got 4/4 or a 1, as you can see. Then the next one, same thing, same number line. Okay. In this number line, I still have a 0 and a 1. Okay. And this one, I've got 3. So I'm going to divide this one by 3. Okay. And then if it's like 3 like that there, so this is 1/3. And then this is 2/3. And then the last one is 3/3 or a 1. Okay. Now, what we do here, we're going to have the last line here, which is going to replicate what we're going to see there on all of them there. So I've got a 0 here, and then I've got a 1 here. So the first part here is you will see from what I'm having there that I'm going to have, because I've got 4, I need to divide it by 3. So this 3 must also come here. Okay? So which means here, every part that I have there, I must divide it by 3. See? 3. There's 3 blocks there. There's 3 blocks there. And then there's 3 blocks there. So when you count all of them, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this one here, I'm going to divide it by 4. Okay. So that there can be 4 as well. On each and every part there, I divide it by 4. Even this one, I divide it by 4. Okay. And then if you count all of them here, you'll find that you have 12. Then you ask yourself now, the first one was 3/4, which is this one here. And on this one, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9/12. And then you go again on this one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see? First one. So this is going to be 4/12. So based on what I have there, it means that here now I'm going to have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what you have there is, the first one is 4/12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4/12. Okay. And then the second one, I also have 9/12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Which is this one here, as you can see. So the first part is I've got 3/4. 3/4 is how many? It's 9/12, which is here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9/12. So in order to do this, if you look at it, from 0, I go to 9/12 because then I count forward because I'm adding. So what am I adding? I'm going to count by 4. It's 1, 2, 3. Can you see? So which means I need another block here to make it the 4th one. So this will come here. And this is also going to be one whole number, 1 over or 1/4. So 1/12. And that becomes my answer. Okay. And that's how you do this. Okay. And then this becomes easier because then you will be able to get your answer. Okay. Which is the same as you can see what I'm having there. Okay. If you have any question, feel free to send me an email, on ilebusha@uj.ac.za. Thank you.